And what's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna do a review of the movie Black Swan, and boy, was this movie good. It's directed by one of my favorite directors, Darren Aronofsky. He just directed last year The Wrestler, that was phenomenal as well. This movie, though, this is one of those rare movies where you watch it and your eyes are just glued to the screen. It's just one of those undescribable, just like yes moments, like awesome movies. And Black Swan, a lot of people I've seen have been turned off by it because it's about ballerina, but it's ballerina done badass. And it is so freaking cool. Natalie Portman, Oscar. She deserves it for this movie. Totally. She was great. But now, anyway, this movie tells the story of this young girl who's been a ballerina for her whole life, and she is the definition of a perfectionist. She wants everything that she does to be absolutely perfect with no flaw. And that's very hard to do when you're a ballerina, because that's what they're all about. So, she is in this elite group of dancers who put on ballets in New York City, and they do the ballet of Swan Lake. And Natalie Portman's character is finally given her one chance to shine and getting the main role that she had always dreamed of getting, because everyone else who was not qualified just wasn't quite as good as her, because she was apparently the best. So when she finally gets this role, it stresses her out because of all the perfection that she wants to show to her audience, and it just goes from there. And it's amazing. There's no other word to describe. It's amazing. And with Darren Aronofsky directing this, no one could have done just as good a job as him. The thing that he does is he has like a style of filming that is like, how do I say this? It embodies the character, the camera movement. Like, for example, in The Wrestler, when he would follow I'm blanking on his name. The main character in The Wrestler, Mickey Rourke, he would just like have a movement like this, where he would just move left and right really big, and the camera would sway left and right like this, like just really rugged and just old, and like kind of just like a feel like that. But like with one thing I really loved about this, instead of doing that with Black Swan, when he's following Natalie Portman, it was almost like, oh, gracious, it's like, oh, here's the camera right behind you. It was just very, he just gets in their head and he just shows you cool things about them. Like, there's a small scene in the beginning where you just see Natalie Portman, she's making her ballet shoes, and you have no idea how complicated it is to make these. She like burns stuff, she's sewing them, she breaks them on purpose, and she's breaking them in, and like, it's just so interesting to watch. Just everything in this movie, it just grabs your attention 100%, and you just are focused, and you're like, tell me more, I want to see what's going to happen. And this movie just, it blows your mind. And he's just able to just, within a matter of minutes, just tell you so much about this character. Like, she lives with her mom, yada, yada, yada. It's just wonderful how he does it. And one of the things I liked about this is a lot of the movies, you know, they have like little shit in them that's kind of cool. Like, they'll be like, oh, that was neat and that was neat. And it makes a good movie. But Darren Aronofsky, he has tons of little shit, and it just makes it just an amazing movie. And the turns this movie makes, and just how brave he was to do the things that he does in this movie, I amend him for this. It's phenomenal. And just to avoid spoilers, it's just Darren Aronofsky knows his shit. He knows what he's doing, and when he really wants you to see the inside of her mind, you get to see a very awesome look in there. And this is just one of those movies, in my opinion, it was perfect. Some of the people I saw it with didn't think so much. They thought it was a little boring at parts, but no, it was simply put, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with the movie. All the characters are great. You feel like you've known them the whole time. Like, it's the only movie that I can really compare to this is Inception. People have been saying that Social Network is Best Picture, but I mean, don't get me wrong, that's also a great movie, but this, I gotta say, this is my pick for Best Picture. I mean, I know I would love Inception to win, and it has just as much right to win because they're both phenomenal, but if I had to pick one, it would definitely be Black Swan. Just how the story is told is amazing. No one has done this the way that he portrays it, and it's undescribable. To finish this, after I saw this movie, this was my expression for at least 30 seconds. Yeah, it's a mind fuck. It'll blow your mind how good this movie is. And anyone who says that this is bad just because it's about ballerinas is dumb. This is a great movie. 500 stars.